At the root of a democratic society is the right to vote. From local issues such as school levies, to electing state representatives, to determining who should be president. Citizens have a right and a responsibility to be involved in the way government operates. Young people often are not much involved in the process of government. So in 1990, an organization called Rock the Vote set out to change that.
Rock the Vote's a non-profit, non-partisan effort by people in the music industry to get young people engaged in the political process. One of the things we do, and the thing we're best known for, is we make public service announcements with famous people in really cool styles, really cool commercials, talking to young people about how important it is to vote and how important the issues are and political issues and how they affect them. In addition to that, we go out and we register voters. We take politics to young people where they live. So we go to concerts and college campuses and nightclubs, and we talk to them about politics and we register them to vote. We also have set up the first 800 number where you could register to vote over the telephone, and we set up the first ever website where you could register to vote online. Back there, they're making a lot of important decisions about us and our future. And if young people don't vote, they make those decisions in a vacuum. They make those decisions with respect to the immediate consequences of those decisions. Usually the immediate political consequences of those decisions, which means how it's going to affect their re-election campaigns, means that they're going to be thinking about how's it going to play with older people, because older people are more likely to vote. If we vote, they're going to also have to factor into their decision making, how's it going to play with younger people? And when we vote and they start factoring those things into their decisions, they start thinking more about the future and more about what's best for all of us and not just those who vote. One of the reasons young people don't vote is often because they're not registered to vote. And we try to help them by making voter registration more convenient and accessible to them. Another reason some of them may not vote is they may be intimidated by the process. If you've never done it before, you don't know what to expect. It's actually a pretty simple and easy thing to do, but if you've never done it before and nobody's really pushed you and helped you know how to do it, you may be intimidated by it. And then there's a more fundamental reason, and this is probably the biggest problem that we have, and that is young people don't feel like it's going to make a difference if they vote. Right now, a lot of people feel like there's no real choices in the political system. There's no real opportunity to make a difference because the candidates say basically the same thing. The candidates don't talk to them. What they have to realize is the candidates talk to the voters. And if the candidates don't think young people are going to vote, the candidates aren't going to talk to them. You need to know that the political system isn't going to respond to you if you sit on the sidelines. You need to know that voting is your fundamental right and no one can take it away from you. You need to know that registering to vote is not difficult and you can find out how to do it just by calling your local voter registration office. And you need to know, lastly, that getting involved in the political process means more than voting. It means paying attention to what's going on in your community, reading the newspaper, watching the news, and talking to people around you about how they feel about the way things are going and what they can do about it. Hopefully is going to make a whole generation feel like together we can impact this system.
How would you convince young people to participate in an election?